Are you trying to build the best team in Madden? Well, head on over to instantmuttcoins.com to avoid the packs, save some racks. Link is in the description below. Use code CC now for 20% off. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are here today and we're talking about the 50. We're doing a little prediction. Predict. We're going to try to predict. Probably not all the way correct. A couple things here. It's not always, when I do these videos, it's not always about who I think EA is going to do. It's about what I think makes the most sense personally. You know, that's tough. And with the 50, we think of MUT, we think of regular Madden, and they have to have been in regular Madden for me, right? So we're not going to add players who were never in an actual Madden game, not just MUT, just in Madden, right? In regular teams Madden. We might be wrong. We might be wrong, but let's get into this. Let's enjoy it. If you enjoy the video, smash a like for me. Okay, so we got 24 players remaining. Okay, 24 players, which is a lot, and it's not a lot because there's a lot of names. So I'm going to be looking at my screen here, typing a bunch of names out. We'll cross them out. So there's some obvious ones here, right? There's going to be some real obvious ones here for sure. Like Mike Vick, right? We know Mike Vick's going to be in the game, right? Like we know that. We know Barry Sanders is going to be in there as well. Okay, so that's two. We're going to stick with offense. Randy Moss obviously makes a ton of sense for us here. So does Gronk, right? So that's four, sort of right off the rip, right? Now, if we're going to do offensive line is a thing too, where are they going to do? We already got Ogden. We got three last time. Are we going to get three offensive linemen again this time? I mean, we might. So we've already got Ogden. We'll go Bruce Matthews and Larry Allen, right? So that is six. That's half of our offense. just taken care of, right? We also know that Brian Finneran is. Let me spell this right. I'm gonna be mad at that. We know Brian Finneran has his rights in the game as well. He confirmed that with me, so cool. That's 7. Now I think we get another running back here. I would like to see Dre Archer because I think that would be very cool. But I think Adrian Peterson's going to get it. And if we get another running back, I would say it would be Dre Archer. He just makes a lot of sense. He was super OP for a very small amount of time there. Okay. We could also get Calvin Johnson if they want to do another receiver. But again, I feel like with Calvin, not a lot of people really used him, but he makes sense, right? He really makes sense. So that's 3, 6, 9. So let's come up with 3 more players here. Okay. Now I don't think there's going to be a fullback personally. We have 2 running backs. We have 2 tight ends. We have 3 offensive linemen now. We need another quarterback, in my opinion, here. And when I want to say like a Peyton Manning, you know, like he makes a lot of sense. He was kind of, he was there, right? He did a lot within Madden, but I don't feel like he fits the mold for the 50. I really don't feel like he does it. And there's a lot of these really 1-2 year type quarterbacks that were in Madden, which made you use them. Players like a Vince Young, a Josh Johnson. It's crazy, but it is true. Pat White, cards like that. I just don't know if they're going to go that deep for the first team, and that's what makes it kind of hard. Is when you're talking about the first team, oh my god, these are the guys who do a lot there. Now I think Josh Johnson would probably be the best one of the bunch. He would probably be a strong arm, honestly. Probably, right? It would make sense, but again, I don't think so. So I'm still gonna go with Manning. Which is gonna give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we still have 2 more spots here. Now, That gives us 2 quarterbacks. That gives us 3 receivers. I think we might get another receiver because we get. Remember before in the original 50, I want to go double check here. We got who do we get? Calico, Julio. That's 2. Right. We get, how many receivers did we get? Is it just 2? Vincent Jackson. So we got 3. Right? 3. So I guess we stick with 3. I guess we stick with 3. If we're gonna add one more player here, we'll give them 11. We'll give defense 1 more player because I feel like there's more players on defense. But we'll just go with the generic Dree Archer here, right? Who would make sense? We're just gonna name off a bunch of people for these last one. I think one name that they could really go into here is there's a lot of good names, man. There's a lot of good names. There really is a lot of good names here that we could just plop in. We could just put them in this list. So I'm just gonna write Josh Johnson. I'm just gonna write Josh Johnson. I think that would be kind of cool. Now defensively, again, so we're gonna do 13 players on defense. And again, some of these are probably wrong, but some names that I feel that stand out really easy are Charles Woodson, Clowney, Revis, Dion, Peppers, right? We'll do Ray Lewis here. Sean Taylor is one that I want to put on here. I don't know how much of an impact he overly had, but that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we named off a bunch really like really quickly. I think Ed Reed as well. That's 8. Now there are some smaller names here as well, which we could get. Pat Watkins / Derek Brown would make a lot of sense. Would make a lot of sense, right? Tell me if you know, you know, right? They make a ton, just a absolute ton of sense. Now D tackle, I don't really see many other D tackles coming in for this. I think defensive end, maybe there's another one, but you got Clowney and Peppers. You got your pass rushers right there. I don't know about Lawrence Taylor so much. Maybe you put him in. Let's just put him in here just in case. And then when we're talking safeties, you could have free safety Calvin. I think he's probably more still the holiday promo. Honestly, I don't really think he's going to get a 50 card. He would make a lot of sense. He's who so many of us think about when it comes to free safeties, and it would be an absolutely outstanding card. Just outstanding. If we needed one more linebacker here, Von Miller has been very overpowering over the years as well. For sure, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 2 more spots here. Now, while we have the cornerbacks, I think we need to add, honestly, another one, right? And I want to go with like a smaller name guys here. Not these big gigantic names, but more Madden names. And there's a lot that really came to my mind personally that I don't think they're gonna go with, but they could. Someone like Stanford Route. I don't know if you've ever used him, but he was kind of the guy, honestly. Or DeMarcus Van Dyke. Okay. Again, if you know, you know, right? It makes all the sense in the world. Now we didn't get Troy for the 50. Troy would have made a lot of sense because he was sort of Troy was really good, but again, I don't think he was overly used in Madden for a long time. Nobody was really using the Steelers. It feels like such a very heavy Raiders promo. It really does. Because a lot of these guys guess what they played for? The Raiders, right? Because they drafted a lot of fast guys, and that's who we wanted to use consistently and constantly. Now, I would have put Pat Pete down, but it looks like he's getting that 95 overall Madden Club card. But I still feel like we need more defensive backs just in general, right? It's kind of surprising that like Mays was a team 2 or second team guy, because Mays is like the best. Mays is the best for us consistently every year. But I feel like if we needed a defensive tackle, we already got Hainsworth, right? So are we going to get 2? I don't think we get 2 defensive tackles, right? Right, like there's no way. There's no way. So I feel like we haven't had punters and kickers like ever in the game. So I'm actually going to go there with Janikowski, and just because of fame, Pat McAfee. Okay, that's where we're going to land. So we have 24 spots. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And we've got these guys here. So we've got some extras in here just in case. But I think a lot of this makes sense. This would be an outstanding list for us. Outstanding. So like the couple where we have like the cornerbacks here with Route and Van Dyke, or Watkins and Brown, or Archer and Johnson. If we got any little combination of those, I think that is super, super cool. I kind of want this to be more of those types of players and those types of names, sort of bringing back that nostalgia for us who've played Madden for a long time. I think that's better than adding in very standard stalwart cards like Ray Lewis. Like, you could give us a Ray Lewis at any time. I don't need a Ray Lewis in the 50, you know? But because he's like brought in the hit stick, it kind of makes sense, right? With Manning, it kind of makes sense, even though you don't like Manning now. Manning was really overpowered back in, like, really overpowered back in the day. His cone was like here, everyone else's cone was here. It was crazy. But that's what we're going with. I know a lot of them are probably wrong, but I think we did a pretty good job guessing. What I want you to do is just let me know who you think is going to be in there. Just a couple names. You don't have to put 25, 20, 300 names. Just a couple. Love you guys. Catch you next time. I'm out. Peace.